Hi all, welcome back. Red Storm, Dark Blue Defection, Scenario 6, what's it called again? Operation Colossus. So this is my part 2, part 1 was just the introduction. So part 2 about to start some gameplay. So I was just glancing, I had to go and look on the computer and do a search for some rules regarding laser designation, but it is there in the rulebook. I must have just missed it when I was looking through. I was looking in this area as well. I must have just went right through it. It's on page 34, 17.69, laser designation flights. I'll not read right through it just now. Some of the things, it needs to be at medium or low altitude. It needs to be not disordered and marked with certain things. Needs to be 4 or fewer hexes from the target, and then if all these things apply, you mark it with a target raised. So there's a marker there. Might not see it, might not zoom focus in, but it's a target raised marker, so you're able to put that in the target. I was reading on to see how long that lasted, but I don't really see anything that says it only lasts a certain amount of time. It just says it carries on a flight whose aircraft type requires laser designation to attack with LGB. May only conduct an LGB level or LGB toss profile attack while its target is marked with a target laze marker. So I'm assuming once that target laze marker is on, it's good to go. Now hang on, this is for a bomber, isn't it? Isn't it? Yeah. Laser guided bombs. Yeah, we've only got 4 of them, and we're more than likely just going to be throwing them all at the target, aren't we? Right enough. So we're just going to get that lased. We're going to get 4 hexes away, get it lased, and then move in at whatever range. Well, we probably need to go right over it to drop our bombs, I think. Okay, so that's really only the new things. So everything else is, okay, we've got some new aircraft, but everything else we've done before. I'm still a little worried about the SE11s. I've got the alarm markers on it. I probably should have had a glance back at that, but I think the problems in the past were when we had we had Shrike missiles and Harm missiles. Well, we've not got any of that. We've only got the ATCBUs, so they're the only ones that are going to take them out. So I want to say their bombs, we have to go directly over the hex to drop them as well. So we need to locate this first. I don't think there's going to be any issues as we move along with that. But we'll see. As I get closer, hopefully I'll maybe look a bit of that up. Now the jamming flight, I went and looked at like I say, the new Howard did update the flight log sheets to contain to say that it was standoff jamming for the flight in scenario 4, and that's the one I was playing through. But there's nothing been said about this one, and it does just say jamming. So it could be either or again. I don't know if that one's just been missed or as well. Because we can have it as escort jamming, can't we? Well, it's in the. Is it not in the task at the beginning here? Yeah. You've got escort jamming and standoff jamming. And the standoff jamming, it may not voluntarily move within 5 hexes of the front. Which is a kind of a mistake that I made the last time we had the jamming flight. John had to mention that I'd moved too close with the flight. I think at the time it was something that didn't really matter anymore, but I kind of forgot all about it. Whereas the escort jamming, I dare say it can go where it likes. It says abort if any aircraft in the flight damaged or crippled, or if all escorted flights abort. So hang on, it's got a rule 8.314. 8.314. Where are we? 8.341. Here we go. Escort jammer. Flights tasked with escort jammer dedicated to protecting specific bombing or SEAD flights in a bombing or deep strike raid. They may move freely without restriction. However, if all escort flights in their assigned raid are eliminated or aborted, then escort jamming flight aborts as well. But the standoff jamming, flights tasked with standoff jamming, are very high value assets that would not be allowed within enemy SAM range. They must stay at least 5 hexes from the enemy side of the front at all times. It says players may choose to allocate standoff jamming flights to early warning jamming. Yeah, I'm not going to go into that. So I don't know. I'm going to say that it's the same, and it's going to be a standoff jamming. So that means that we don't want to get close to the front. We need to stay at least 5 hexes away from the enemy side of the front. So going to go with that for now. Hopefully, John, or in particular Howard, because he's the designer of this expansion, so he'll know for sure. But maybe he might be able to chime in, or if John's got the knowledge to be able to say. But up until then, I'll class it as standoff jamming, I think, because that's what the last one was. But let me know if it's different. It's like I say, it's not been altered on the latest flight logs that Howard's put up there, whereas the one for scenario 4 has been altered with standoff. It's got S/O jamming. But the one for scenario 6 that we're doing just now just says still jamming. So, okay. Right. Well, let's get going. A quick look at maybe what we're thinking about doing. I mean, I've to be honest, I've not really looked at things yet. So our bomber and our laser designator are here. They've got the bomber's got to follow the flight path. The laser designator doesn't. I don't think. I looked that up. It says, no, hang on. No, I read that somewhere else, did I not? I mean, the bombing task has to, some targets within 2 hexes of target hex. The bombing flight has to stay within. Is it within 1 or is it within 2 hexes, isn't it? A sec. Hang on. Bombing flight follows native flight plan A within 2 hexes, yeah. I don't think the laser designator is restricted, but I mean, it's got to just move along as well with it. So, but you can see we're going straight away. We're going right through this SA13. This 2K22, we can't avoid either because it's been strategically placed. So we're probably going to have to do something with them. And then obviously the SA11 here is going to have something to say as well. And then we come down to 3 here, as a 2K22. Remember, we've got a heavy AA barrage in that hex. Also, there's going to be a light barrage. I want to say the light one will get left out though, because we're going to get heavy. If you get a heavy and a light in the same bit, you take the strongest one of each type of AA, don't you? So we've got that. There's nothing we can do about that one. We could do that suppression thing on that one, but I don't think we're going to have the weapons to do all this. And then, as you can see, is an SA13 here as well, which is in range of this hex, 2K22. Once we come back out, and we've got to go down here through that. So there's lots of everything's placed on the route, just waiting to mess us up. So ideally, we want to get our SEAD flights with our ATCBUs, and that is Derby and Goal, isn't it? That's these two here. So we want to get them picking off some of these. I dare say we're not going to be able to get them all. And then who's it? Is Winger? Wingers are Jammer flight. So going by, well, I'm just going to stick by saying that he's just going to be standoff jam, and then I think I'm just going to move him up a little bit, and then probably turn them, just have him going up and down there, I think. Something like that. Because he's pretty much going to cover all the stuff in this area here. And remember, it's not going to affect the SE13s, so it's really just, it's the SE11s we want and the 2K22s. Just to chuck some modifiers at them to make them a bit harder for them to hit us. And who else is there with that winger? We've got Lion. Yeah, that's a cap flight, yeah. So he's got to get moving. And yeah, he's the only one we've got to go after the Warsaw Pat flights. Remember, there's going to be 3 flights. There's six at the moment, but there's going to be 3 real ones, 3 generic ones. And finally, who else have we got? Our Harriers, which are Derby and Goal. Well, I think I mentioned them already, Grant. Did you not? Right, they're the ones that we need to get after the SE. Probably, I dare say that SE13, and I don't know, they've all got 3 ATCBUs, they've got 3 strength each. Is that right? I'm looking at Harriers, ATCBU. Oh, it says rocket pods. Is that relevant? Laser guided bomb. No, this needs a laser designator. No, that's fine. That's not the fight. The Harriers are the SEAD fights, Grant. It's Rooks is a bombing flight, which is a Jaguar, which, yeah, he needs laser designation. Yeah, okay. So yeah, the ATCBUs, let's see the strength of them and that. Right, well, I'm not sure here. ATCBU, and it's got bomb there, it's got 1.5. Now, on the flight log sheet for our Harriers, it's got ATCBU and it's got 3 boxes, as if we've got 3 strength. Now, I'm wondering, has Howard added, is that 1.5 there that we should normally have, and that's getting doubled to 3, because it states that ATCBU bomb strength is doubled versus AAA, all types, SAM, EWR, armour, mech, artillery, and missile targets. Strength is half versus other targets, but if you think about it, the only targets we've got are all the things that I've just listed there. So, well, I dare say, I mean, whether they could actually target the train, I don't know. I think that's meant to be for the specialised bombing mission anyway, but so it kind of makes me think that has been doubled already then, because that looks like that says 1.5 and we're getting 3. I know the last time it wasn't doubled because there was no space, and it caused me a little bit of confusion, but so my guess is that each aircraft's going to have 3 bombing strength each, which isn't a lot, is it? Now, hang on. ATCBUs, Grant. No, hang on. Are they actual bombs, or are they something different? I know I got muddled up with them the last time. I was trying to use them, but it wasn't them I was doing, what was that? Durandals, and I was talking about them. What do I need? It's not player raid card 1. I want to see the bombing player raid card. Give me a sec. Yeah, I mean, there must just be bomb strength there. The ATCBU, it's got over there, times 2 versus AWR, half versus other. So there's nothing EOGM, EOGB, LGB. So there's our laser guided bombs. So that's a slightly different column. Well, we've only got one per aircraft each for them, so my guess is we're just going to be throwing them all onto this and hopefully get a 4 result. And that's for ARM, that's for the anti-radiation missiles. So yeah, the ATCBUs are just going to be strength. So I mean, if we've only got 3 strength each, that's kind of yucky, isn't it? And then we need to follow what is it? Only level bombing profile attacks at lower deck. So it would be these modifiers here. Now this one does say rocket pods on it in the ATCBU bit on the card there. So I'm hoping that we're going to benefit from that, whereas we didn't, we had these before, non-rocket pods, but these ones, level bombing profile rocket pods, we're going to get a +1 to that, so that's quite good. It's just the fact we've only got 3 strength per aircraft. It's not an awful lot. It doesn't feel like it's an awful lot with so many targets out here. So I'm going to have to balance that out and look at it carefully. Right, well, you know what? I think we need to get something moving, because that's me 15 minutes in, 16 minutes in, and I feel like I'm going to turn us into another part. So, and not a lot will probably happen at first, as usual. So, yeah, let's just at least get started. So we're on turn 1 of 14 turns, and yeah, we know what we've got to do, and yeah, let's just go. Okay, so random event phase not applicable on the first turn. Jamming phase. Well, we do have a jamming flight, so places or adjust standoff or indoor spot jamming markers. Each player NATO first rolls for airway warning jamming if capable. Right, I'm not doing that though. So that's our flight. Who's that again? Is that Winger? The Falcon, yeah. So back here. So right, there's his. Looks to me like he can spot jam just 1, whereas we had the ability to spot jam 2 before, didn't we? So a good range, up to range 40 to get a strength of 1, 20 for a strength of 2, and 10 for a strength of 3. Right, we're missing something here, aren't we? Can we not do the standoff jamming? Is it just the spot jamming we can do? I think that's maybe the case, because there's nothing to say. Right, give me a sec. I was just looking back. No, it does say, in the notes it says standoff spot jamming. For the previous scenario, when we had scenario 4, we had the EF111A Raven, and it's got standoff spot as well. So I just checked that up, thinking that maybe for some reason we couldn't do the standoff, but that's fine. Right, so I need to look up the standoff jamming bit again, I think. Well, I think while we're just starting, I should clearly just put it on the flight, just probably pointing that way. Because remember, if I turn at all, that's going to fall off. But where I've got it placed just now, you look at we're probably heading towards this to start with, so that's going to be in its front arc. And then once we move that flight, probably move that flight last, then I'll maybe make the turn now. And let's say we do need to be 5 hexes away, so well, that's a good side of the front. Hang on, what did it say? Within 5? Nah. Hang on, it's here, I've got it here. They must stay at least 5 hexes from the enemy side of the front. So that would, to me, that would be the first hex, because that's the enemy side of the front. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think as long as I'm in that, the 31 column, if I wanted to go up and down. So he doesn't move, he can move really slow though as well, the Falcon, you see. He's gonna have to be at high. Oh, actually, can he not be at medium altitude, or does he need to be at high? Because medium would make it even slower for him. Because I could actually just move 1 hex. I could just set speed at 1 for medium. hang on. It maybe does need to be high. I'm not finding it here yet. Yeah, flights must not be disordered. This is on map standoff jamming, which is what we're doing, 19.32, page 38. Flights must not be disordered and must be at medium or higher altitude. Exception, helicopters may jam at low. To place a standoff jamming markers. Also, any flight with damaged or crippled aircraft or helicopter may not place standoff jamming marker. Right, yeah, so he can be at medium, so we'll maybe drop his altitude to medium just to probably make it slower. I don't think he wants to go very fast. Right, well, I'll put it on them there. I just point that way for now. So, now what about spot jamming though, Grant? Yeah, we can spot jam as well here. That's right, isn't it? Places or adjust standoff and our spot jamming markers. Well, we only get to jam one, and we can't do the SC13. Yeah, I'm already pointing at the SC13, aren't I? And it's not, we can't do nothing to that because that's infrared. That's not radar. So the first thing that's going to come into it is probably this 2K22 in it. Yeah, the SC11, however, is just up there. Now, what does it? It has quite a bit of range, doesn't it? Yeah, it has a long range of 10 hexes. So, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You know, we could actually get to there now. So maybe that should be our target. And as long as it's in our front arc, which it is, I think that should be... but hang on, it's not located. My guess is I probably can't then if it's not located. Spot jamming. Some flights is... Right, let me read this. Hang on. Yeah, I don't know why I'm reading this. I shouldn't be able to do this because it's not located. You know, it does say spot jamming in the jamming phase. Flights with spot jamming capability that are tasked with either standoff jamming or escort jamming may also place spot jamming markers on EWR, SAM or radar equipped AA units with their radars on in the flight's standoff jamming arc and within the flight's maximum standoff jamming range. No more than one spot jamming marker may be placed. Yeah, I mean, if it's not located, then I can't do it. Yeah, I was going to start looking up located and whatever. I think I do need to look at the radar SAMs, I think. Have a glance at them again. SAM rules, SAMs and radars. When hidden, SAM units switch a radar on, place a SAM warning marker on the map, SAM unit's hex. When the unit is located, remove the SAM warning marker and place it with the SAM unit. Yeah, I think because we are solo, we can't have hidden. So I think that's what John had said in the previous one. Put the SAM warning marker on it. That indicates it's unlocated. And then when it's located, we take the SAM warning marker off. Is that right? Yeah, I need to read about this again. Right, I don't think I can spot jam that. However, I think I can spot jam this 2K22. So why don't we just do that? Yeah, and it's within range. So yeah, I'm saying it's not got standoff jam, and that's what that says there, Grant. Standoff jam. This is the spot jam. Standoff jam. Look. So yeah, and if we spot it, what does it give? It doubles it, doesn't it? Yeah, so I'm going to spot that. So standoff jam in A. We need a spot jammer with A on it then, is it? Yeah, spot jam in A. There we go. So there's the one to match that. We've only got the one flight anyway, and I'm going to put it on that 2K. I'll put it on top of it, I think. Should be alright. I should remember what's going on. So we'll do that. Okay. Yeah, I think that's good. I'm going to brush up. I'm going to look at section 15 again, SAMs and radars. I'm going to read through that again because yeah, it gave me grief before, and I just got this fear. Oh, they need to acquire as well, though, don't they? They can't just fire, but we've got a SAM acquisition phase for that, and we've also got a SAM location phase within the sequence of play. Admittedly, they're after we've moved and all that, haven't they? So we'll get a shot of that come the time. So that's that's a jamming phase. So detection phase, right? We've got quite a few to try and detect. So we need to play the card 2. So that's 3. That's 3. There's 2. Right now, so. So any flights at deck, I don't think there is. Everything started at low, apart from one of our jamming flights started at high. Yeah, so there's nothing at deck, so there's no any modifiers to any of these. And the detection levels are just the same. NATO's a D, Warsaw Pact's a C, so that's not changed throughout. And this is just normal detection, so let's just go through them all. We'll start with our guys. So I'll just roll these off camera. I don't think that's relevant. So let's try for Lion. So on the C column, they need a 12 or greater to detect. Rolled an 8, so no. And then Winger or jamming flight. I said I don't like putting it on top of it, but that's fine. That's fine. I think I didn't. I think I put it at the side of it the last time, didn't I? But no, I'll leave it on top. We know what it is. Right. So Winger again needs a 12. That's 15. So he is detected. So we'll flip him over. And then moving along, top to bottom there. So what is it? Fulmar, which is our Buccaneers, our laser designators, needs us 12. Rolled a 13, so yeah, he is detected as well. And then our bombers, Rooks. 12, bang on. They're getting good to start with. So he's detected as well. And then our 2 SEAD flights. Yeah, 2 SEAD flights, Derby and Goal. So Derby, 15. Right, he's detected. And Goal. 16. Wow. So it's only our cat flight that's not been detected here. Everything else has. Not such a good start. Right, over there, guys. I'll start down the bottom here. So flight. Oh, where's A and B? It doesn't matter. We're down here. It doesn't matter what order they're going. So we need a 13 or greater, and again, no modifiers here. So on flight C. Oops. Right, come on, Grant. Right, on flight C. 6, that's no good. On flight D. 9, that's also no good. Might as well get flight F while we're down there now. 5, oh dear. It all went a bit one-sided here, isn't it? And that's 3 of the 6. So up top, that's A and B flight. And I'll watch back on my video footage, and actually when I did show you the sort of discrepancy between them, it did actually show up better. I could read it. You could read it on the thing. See, that's A and C, and it's A and B up there. So maybe just a wee misprint, but I just went what was written in the book, and I just need to stick with that. I don't think it's a huge big deal anyway. So right, flight A. You're 13. 18, right, we've got one. And here's a diamond. And flight B. 16. That'll do it, that's better. Here's a diamond as well. So, yeah, there you go. I mean, I don't know, did it maybe mean that A and C up there wouldn't been two diamonds? I'll just need to stick with one or the other. I mean, we might find out for sure what it should be, but there's certainly a discrepancy. So what one of them's right and one of them's wrong, whether it's the actual planning map or the actual rule and the rules. Right, so flight E, near 13, this is the last one for them. We've rolled 8, so that's no good either. Okay, so any other detection? Well, we're not close enough to do visual. Remember, they're all generic flights, so they can't use their radars. However, their Tornado looks pretty good radar. Well, you know what? He's the only one that's got one. So he's got a range of 25. Is that too far though? Needs to be on his front arc, doesn't it? Just wondering about one of these ones down here, but yeah, he would actually catch flight C here, or D for that matter. Well, why don't we have a go at C? Can we do this? Well, how many hexes is it? Because it does look quite a lot. Well, I'll pause just now. Well, it's bang on 20 hexes to flight C. So 20 plus, yeah, that would give him the -1. Right, well, we'll have a go at that. It's on his front arc. The modifiers there are target at different altitude band. No, I think they're both at low, so that's alright. Does it apply? Doesn't apply. No, I think we're in these. Search for flight and B mark. No, I think we're in his front arc. Yeah, we would get this -1 though for the actual range. Just looking. Yeah, we're in his front arc, aren't we? Yeah, so yeah, we are. That's right. So there's a -1 to this on the. This is the radar. What is it? Tornado F2A. Right, why am I not seeing that? What am I missing here? Oh, it's there. I'm just not seeing it. There it's there, F2A. So on this column, we need an 11 or greater with a -1. I rolled 12 with a -1, which is 11. So yes. So hopefully we've got that right. And that is radar detected. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. And we can only do one of that, and he's the only one that's got a radar. None of the rest of them do. When it comes over to the Warsaw Pact, all their flights have a radar actually. But again, we can't use it just now because they're all generic. And I've got the MiG-21 card out here because this is the one that we use for their. We use a clean profile combat throttle for their speed. Okay, that's detection done then, I think. So on to the movement phase now. Right, so 1 to 6, it's determined initiative. 1 to 6 is NATO. Just going to roll off camera for these just now. It's a 4, so it is our initiative. I suppose we should take it. Right, yeah, no, I'm thinking about the SE11 there, but it needs to acquire first. Yeah, because I'm thinking it's got quite a good range, a range of 10, so if we were moving into that range, but it needs to have us acquired first. So, yeah. Okay, well, will we take the initiative on then and try and go for that SA13? Or one of the flights go for that. I think that's the best thing to try and do first. is to try and clear some of this. Okay. Right, I'll draw. I'm just going to check the initiative charts, make sure there's 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There is. There is indeed. Right, so here we go. Oh dear. One on the large. We know what that is then. Right, okay. Oh, okay, well, we're going to get to see what they do for. Well, unless they draw the same, of course. Right, Warsaw Pact, initiative draw. No, it's not going to be the same. That's a 5. No, it's a 2. So they've got 2 flights to move first. Okay, played card 5 we need. I'm going to roll some dice and see. I can put that away for now. That's moving things about a bit. Right, played card 5. So we roll to see what suits are going to move first, yeah. So 1 die roll, and we've got heart, spades, diamonds, or a roll again. So let's roll this off camera as well. I've got a 10, which is roll again, for now. Right, a 1 this time. So that is 1 to 3 hearts. So, well, I'm just looking at my wee thing here. I took a note there. You can see flight C and F are hearts. So C, we did detect with a radar. So hopefully we got that right. So C flight's there, F flight's there. So real bot flights that suit move first, well, none of them. And based on proximity to human player flights, well, C flight's going to be closer to a human player flight. F flight's a wee bit further away. So he's going to move first, and then they've got initiative of 2, so it's going to be that one to move first, and then F to move next. Okay, so they're going to move they're at low altitude. Now this time we will kick in the random altitude change. I took that out the last time because of the fact that it looked like they could drop to deck altitude and end up with a collision check and all that. There was a suggestion, I can't remember who suggested it, about just you could maybe modify whatever it was and not send them to deck, and I maybe should have done that, but yeah, well, I didn't. So right, it doesn't check it on the first because this is the ingress point, isn't it? Ingress and egress. So it's going to head towards flight waypoint 2. Oops. Come on, Grant. Let's look at what you're talking about. Right, flight C. Yeah, that's its ingress point, and it's going to head to flight point 2. So it's not going to change altitude. Yeah, I think I was up there looking at the card, wasn't I? So low altitude. It's only got a speed of 3 with a clean profile. I'm assuming. Yeah, I'm assuming it takes it from that. They all done that before, didn't they? I don't think I remember reading that though, but I could be wrong. Yeah. No, hang on, that is there. Yeah, it is there. Sorry, my bad. It's the rule that I just skipped on by. It says instead, follow mission flight plan within 1 hex using clean movement profile from MiG-21 SPS and combat throttle. Yeah, okay. So it's a speed of 3. So nothing really fancy. It's just going to go 3 hexes ahead. So 1, 2, 3. Staying at low altitude, and that is him. Mark finish. And then flight F is the other one, and that's his ingress. So he's going 1. Alright. He's going 1, 2. Is that right? Yeah, because it's this one that goes 1, 2, 3. This one goes a bit wider, so 1, 2, 3. So yeah, nothing fancy here. He's going to move 1, 2, 3. And staying at low altitude, and that's him. So yeah, the fact he's moving away, yeah, okay. That's it. So that's their initiative over. It's back to us. Hopefully we get something this time. So that's one of their fights on the move though, but so I maybe want to consider. Well, I didn't move that far. Right, we got a 5, so we've got the same chit I think this time. So we've got a 2. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking about it here, but nothing's probably going to get in range of anything on this turn at all, is it? So what are, see, Derby and Go, aren't they? So they are Harriers. Oh, they don't move very fast, do they? I already looked at that. And they are laden as well. Oh, yuck. Right then. This is going to be kind of slow. Yeah, just looking at their card there. Yeah, because they've got bombs and are laden, so their speed's only 2. There's no point. No, sorry, there is a point in dashing them. We can dash at 3. Fuel wise, what we got? Not a lot. 5 points of fuel. And our bomber and laser designator, what are their speeds? Their speeds are much. Hang on, the laser designator speeds are low as well. They're similar to the Harrier actually. In fact, they're the exact same as the Harrier. But the Jaguar, or bomber, it has. Well, I suppose if it's going to just stay at low altitude. Well, the thing is, we're going to get inherent AAA as soon as we cross the front as well. So we don't really want to do that, do we? We want to climb to medium for now. Right, okay, I'm gonna move Derby flight, and so he's got. I think I will dash him. So I'm gonna dash him, and we'll get our big turns back again, won't we? Forgot about that. All that nighttime turns, that was a pain. So we'll get better turns this time. So I'm going to dash him at a speed of 3. Wow. Right, okay, and I'm going to climb an altitude band for the first point. So I've now got 2 movement points left. I'm going to move on 1. Yeah, I think I'm just going to move on 1, 2 straight ahead. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So I climbed up in medium. So he has crossed the front now. But yeah, it was just low on deck, that inherent, wasn't it? Oh, I've got to open the right page. How about that? Lower deck, yeah. So I think we kind of want to all be going to medium until we need to do something. You know what I mean? He can drop to low as he's starting his bombing run. Okay, so that's Derby moved. And he dashed. So I don't know, I mean, the fact that they're both together. I mean, should I? No, because I think our main purpose here is to get in on this, and we've got to follow the waypoints round here. So the main trouble is here, 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 and here, to be honest. Even this one's not, because this is the hex that we bomb in. And we want to be able to reach that hex, drop some bombs, and then after that, it's not nice to say it that way, but we don't care so much after that. So, but we want them to have a nice clean run in, don't we? That's what we want. So that SA13, yeah, I mean, and this come the time. Yeah, I've just got to move them along, really. Yeah, I think I'll just move goal the same then. I'll just dash him, climb up my medium, and move on 2 hexes in front, 2 hexes forward, then that'll change to medium. Just doing that a bit speedier. Yeah, because it's kind of slow process, isn't it? And they can't do that all game because, like I said, they've only got 5 points of fuel. Am I missing something here? Oh, and by the way, I also noticed, look at their weapons. Because these SEAD flights can what's the word? Get rid of their ordnance. What am I like? Could try to get some words. Anyway, they can get rid of their ordnance to become a cap flight, but they've only got guns. They've not got any missiles with them. So, yeah, which isn't too great either. But I mean, they're not very good, are they? Their speed's slow and maximum turns equals 3 turns. Oh, max turns equals. Does that mean I can freely turn up to anything? Must mean that, Like where it says my max turn at. What were we at? We started at low altitude, I suppose. Max turn would be 180 degrees, so we can actually make 3 turns of 180 degrees at low altitude, at a speed. Oh no, I set my speed at 3, sorry. 120 degree 3 turns. Whereas normally it would only be 60 degree 3 turns. I'm assuming that's what that means. I don't know what you find. I mean, it doesn't really tell you. It just tells you in the car. If I look in the parade thing, these are British flights. I'm in the back of the US ones. Harrier GR3 notes. AFI AB E. Yeah, may do max turns as 3 turns. Reference is 6.32. Turn 9. Well, yeah, it may do max turns at 3 turns. So, yeah, just what I said, I think. Whatever my max turns are for the altitude, so it's not relevant to altitude, is it? It's relevant to speed. Yeah, I was saying altitude for some reason. Yeah, whatever speed I set, whatever the max turn for the day is, because we're in a day mission, it can do that as a 3 turn. So, yeah, that's good. Okay, that's our 2 flights moved, and it's going to be over to them again. Right, let's get a chip back from them. Yeah, I suppose this is always the case. Probably the first couple of turns are going to be a whole lot of, not a lot. Right, they've got a 1. So play the card 5. I'll roll the dice again. See what suit we get. I've got a 3. That's hearts again. Well, I think all the hearts have moved, haven't they? C and F. Yeah. So, well, actually, I should just order even it between diamonds and spades, and shouldn't I? Right, so diamonds are odd. I've rolled odd, so it is diamonds. Now there's 3 of them, though. We've got flight A, B, and E are diamonds. A and B are up there. So we're looking for the one that's closest to, well, E is the one away over there, so that's not getting involved. Remember, they've only got 1 initiative here, so it's going to be flight A, isn't it? That's going to be closer than even E. So flight A, nothing fancy, it's at low altitude, so it's going to move a speed of 3 1, 2, 3, staying at low altitude, heading towards waypoint 2. Now it's almost at its waypoint 2, and remember we are going to use that altitude random thing, because I think that's quite good. I don't think they all want to be sitting at low altitude, do they? Right, that's that, isn't it? Right, well, we move on. Yeah, because we should be able to... Now, well, I'm at 50 minutes here, but I can probably get a turn put in here. Can't I? Well, we shall see. Right, I've drawn a 2 in the large. Might be the 0. Oh, God. Right, back to the Warsaw Pact. And I've got some focus issues. Right, a 3 in the large, a 3 in the small. That's going to play them out, isn't it? They've moved 3. Yeah, so that's going to play their 3 out. So I'll chuck the chip back in, and we will still roll for odd or even. So diamonds are odd. I rolled a 9, so it is. So we're going to look at flight B and E first. So again, B is going to move first because it's closest than what E is. So B is just going to head that way. 1, 2, 3. Staying at low altitude, and that's him done. And then E, who's next, is gonna comes down the way. So, oops. Yeah. Right, 1, 2, 3. He's coming down to waypoint 2 down here. It's quite far away. Staying at low altitude, and marked finish. And then, so that leaves our last flight to move, which is flight D. And he's going 1, 2, 3. So he's going to move 1, 2, 3 up that way, staying at low altitude, and mark finished. Yeah, just remember, Grant, once we're within 7, we will look at other things, but yeah, nothing was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, but he moved to get there as well. So yeah, there's nothing in range, and I don't think there'll be anything next turn for them to look at either. So they're probably just going to make a similar move. Some of them might reach waypoint 2 and maybe roll for random altitude change, maybe. Right, so that's all their flights moved, so we can get the rest of ours done. Okay, jettison. Remember the word. Yeah, if they can jettison their ordnance and become cap flights. I'm sure you were all shouting at your screen. Okay, so we've moved 2 our guys. We've got 6, haven't we? Yeah, we've both got 6 at the moment to start with, right? So what next? Well, I suppose we'll move our fighter to start with. So Lion is, what was he again? It's a tornado. Yeah, I've got the cards set out that way, Grant, so that you should see that's as close. So tornado, ooh, he's got a nice speed of 8 if he dashes at high. He's sitting at low just now though, which is a bit rubbish. So what's his speed? His fuel. Tornado. Oh, he's got loads of fuel. He's got 10 fuel. So should we attempt a zoom climb? I think so. So we set our speed at 4, but we dash at 5. We dash at 5. So it costs me... Yeah, it cost me 3 to zoom climb. Oh, why turn them over? Sorry. It cost me 3 to zoom climb to high altitude. So we're dashing. Oops. And we're going to get marked with a zoom climb marker as well. Oh, might as well put that there. And we're up to high altitude. Okay, that cost me 3 points. I've got 2 points left. I'm just going to scoot 2 hexes ahead. So we're dashing, zoom climbing. Oh, Grant, come on. Dash and zoom climbing, high altitude. Right, okay. That's I'm done. Right, we're going to leave our jamming flight to last. Not that it really matters just now. So we've got now our bombers and our laser designator. Well, like I've said, our laser designator is the Buccaneer, isn't it? Yeah, and the bombers is the Jaguar, right? So again, I feel like we need to climb to medium altitude. So, well, let's move the Buccaneer first. What's he got? Oh, he's got loads of fuel, so we could maybe dash him. Oh, hang on, he's not laden. No, because when I read the laser designating bit, it talks about each aircraft having where are we here? 17 point something. There. It says yeah, each aircraft in the flight is considered to be equipped with a laser designation pod, but the flight may still use clean ratings. So, as a Buccaneer, so you can see I was looking at this side, we're actually on that side, so he's going to, if he dashes, he's got a speed of 4 at low altitude, so let's do that. And medium's fine. I don't think there's... Oh, there you go. Look at that. That's weird. You'll see that the clean profiles at low deck, combat speed 3-4. At medium, combat speed 3-4. At high, combat speed 2 and -3. So there must be some issue to them going up a bit higher. It doesn't help them move faster, which is not every other flight we've had has been that way, so there must be something about them. Somebody out there will know. Okay, so medium altitude's good for us. So sorry, I'm still dashing. More dash markers. I'm gonna hold dash markers. Right, so this is full marn. So we're dashing and at low we've got a speed of 4, right? Okay. Let's come back down here. Right, I'll put the dash marker down. Speed of 4. He's going to spend 1. It's not going to mess with it. It's just going to go straight. So he's going to spend 1 to go to medium. Oh, hang on. Why do I want to dash? Why do I want to speed along? I don't want to speed along, do I? Well, they're going to be at speed 3. Yeah, they're not going to dash. They're going to climb. Yeah, I don't want to dash, do I? No, I don't. Sorry. This is what I take. I want to be beside him. Yeah, so we're setting our combat speed at 3. We're using 1 movement point to climb in medium altitude, and then 2, 3. I'm right in that hex at the front. That's still on the good side of the front. At medium altitude, we didn't dash, and that's fine. And then the bombers are just going to come along beside us, because they've got the same low deck speed of 3. The thing is, now if they climb medium, their combat throws 4. Yeah, but we can knock a point off that. That's fine. Right, so speed of 3. We're using 1 to climb to medium, and the other 2 just to move straight ahead. Dash markers for that guy. Clogged up already. That low marker's going to come away. Medium marker for Rooks. And mark finished. Okay, that's good. Is that everybody? Oh, we missed somebody, have we? 2, 4. Yeah, our jamming flight. Right, so the jam in flight is a falcon. So you can see he's that high, but I think I want to drop him to medium, and it makes it a bit slower. I think so. I think that makes some sense. So now, yeah, I was wondering if I drop him in, does this jamming drop off? It doesn't really matter here because we're at the end of the turn now, but I don't think it does. Where does it tell you a jamming? If a jamming flight, remove a flight standard jamming marker under any of the following circumstances. This is on page 38. The flight voluntarily turns during movement. The flight dives to a lower altitude. Oh well, okay, it does. Right. I think it's all the way about though. It doesn't. Yeah. See if it climbs, it's fine. It's just when it dives. Well, yeah. I think they can't do nothing now anyway. So I will. I'm just going to set its speed. We're at high at 3. Well, no, I'm going to set it at 2. Yeah, because I'm not in any rush, I think. So I'm going to set it at 2, and then this is going to fall off because I'm going to drop an altitude band. Well, to be honest, I could spend a point to drop an altitude band, couldn't I, to make it even slower. Yeah, I think I'll do that, actually. So I'll set it at 2. I'm going to spend a movement point to drop to medium altitude. I think I can do that. I know I could do it for free. I don't think anything stops me from spending. Dive to any lower altitude band. I can make a free turn, but that. Spend 1 movement point. Oh, hang on. Yeah. Yeah, I can move and freely descend one altitude band, but I can still choose to dive to any lower altitude band by paying a point. It says no flights may climb or dive more than once in the same hex, but may not expend movement points to climb and dive in the same hex. Okay. So I'm going to spend. Well, I set my speed at 2. I'm going to spend 1 movement point to dive to medium altitude, and then the second movement point I've got to move. So just moving 1 ahead. The spot jam is going to come off that 2K22 as well, because we descended an altitude band. And that's it. Okay, that's all flights move, so I'll take the cubes off first. Okay, and we need to put in card 4, right? This is our sequence of play. That's movement phase finished. Right, so flights that use dash roll. So we have Lion. Okay. Lion spent a fuel point. And who else we got? We've got Derby. Yeah, they've only got 5. The Sead flights, the Harriers, and then Goal. But that's us got them in medium altitude, so we can hopefully move them along. So he spent 1 as well. Not an awful lot though. That was it actually. Yeah, because we decided not to. I think we were dashing the Buccaneer at first, and then realised that was probably not the right thing to do. So that's that. Nothing left in that. Right, SAM location phase. Both players roll to locate SAM units. Right, 15-13. So let's look at this. Not done this for a while because we do have 2 SC11s. One of them's here. One of them's here. I don't know if we're in range. I can't remember how. In the SAM location phase, right, page 25, 15.13 SAM location. In the SAM location phase, both players may try to locate unlocated SAMs marked with SAM warning markers. Well, I've got them on there, so that must be right. Roll for each unlocated SAM within the line of sight, and SAM detection range of a flight based on the RWR rating. Right, okay, I remember now. Increase range by 5 hexes if there's a SAM launch mark on the SAM. Well, that's not going to be the case. Roll and die, modify. Right, so within the line of sight's we're not getting any issues. SAM detection range of a flight based on RWR rating, however. So the RWR is A. I want to say the higher the letter, the better. So I think that's bad. A, C, C, and up top there we've got an A and a B. So we've got our Tornado and Falcon are C's. Where did I find out this information? I think there's a playwright for this. Give me a sec. There is indeed. Now I'm really going to struggle to show things in this scenario. There's just too much stuff everywhere. I dare say, I suppose it could take this away to do some stuff, but you know, we've been through these things before. I'm just refreshing myself here. I mean, there it's there on the playwright card, SAM location. Yeah, the higher, I was right, the higher the letter, the better. So D gives you a base range at 12 and a +4 in your modifier. So the best we've got is C. However, their flights are far back. We're not going to get anything here, are we? Does it have to be in or forward arc? I don't think I read that. I think it was just line of sight. Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, these are probably the flights that are... No, hang on, Grant. You're looking at that, right? So, the closest... Well, to be honest, he's a B, he's an A, and they're both A's. So, Fulmer's a B, so he's got a base range of 4. Yeah, so it's kind of rubbish. The C is the best we've got, and they're at the back. That's these two, isn't it? Oh, well, we need to get our fighter moving up then. Yeah, he needs to get his foot down now. Well, he's up at high altitude, so he needs to get zooming along, because he'll get a range of 8 to try and locate them SAMs. So we need to move him. Yeah, so we're not getting in this turn. Well, maybe not even the next turn. Okay. Right, so no SAM location. However, there's a SAM acquisition phase to come. But track phase, all detected native flights at deck and rough. There's nobody at deck. So both players roll on the track table. So put in card 2 again. Right, just going to roll this off camera. To see if anybody comes undetected. For our guys, we're rolling on the C column. I've rolled 12, which is a whole lot of nothing, unfortunately. So nobody going undetected for us. Warsaw Pact on the D column. 14. And that is going to be something. Diamonds, how about that? They've got 2 of them that we detected 2 of their diamonds, didn't we? The other ones, because there's 3 diamonds, isn't there? The other one's E, it's undetected. But both these flights up here are going undetected. Hang on, they're at low. It didn't matter. Yeah, if they rolled the curly brackets one, because they would be at low on their side of the front. However, it was a straight up diamond. So yeah, we've only got 1 of their flights detected, and we've only got 1 of our flights undetected. So not so good there. Right. That was track phase. Right, SAM acquisition phase. Here we go. Switch on SAM radars attempting quick acquisition. The radars are on. I don't think that comes into anything. SAM units attempt to acquire or maintain acquisition on enemy flights. 15.21. That's where we need to be looking. And we've got the page open at that. SAM units must acquire... Sorry, I should tell you. Page 25, 15.21, SAM acquisition. SAM units must acquire their target flight on radar. Yeah, there's exceptions. The LOAL, infrared SAMs, anti-radar SAMs, EO tracking, which they kind of have that, don't they? They have the yaw track and LOL, but what is it? Does it need to be switched off for them to do that? We've been there before, and I don't think. In the SAM acquisition phase, the SAM may make one attempt to acquire one enemy flight or maintain and improve one existing acquisition on one flight, provided the flight is within its acquisition range. Well, here it is here. Acquisition range, is that? That's the number there, so 14. So, is it within, I think it probably is. Look at this one first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, in fact, I think all 4 of them are in range. Provided the flight is within acquisition range. Exceptions. Right. Okay. May make 2 attempts to acquire a phased array radar. I don't think we've got that. It doesn't note it on the thing anyway. It can make 2 attempts. So acquisition prerequisites. Each SAM unit may only acquire 1 target at a time. Exception phased array radar. See SAM data table. Well, it's not got in the notes there, so my guess is, where is that? That's one of the play raids, isn't it? Oh, it's the play raid 3, I think. Might be 2 though. I'm going to go for 3. I was wrong. It must be 2 then. Yeah, it is. So SA11 phased array is a note B. Yeah, there's only a couple of them got that. The SA12A and the SA. Don't know, I could probably show you that. We've got an SA11 buck, and the notes are A and C. You'll see down there phased array radar is note B. You can see that SA12A has got it, and MIM the Patriot. So there's only a couple of them got it. Right, anyway. Alright, SAM acquisitions, go on this. So, but how do we, what I'm wanting to know, I suppose, is how do we decide which flight it's going to try? It must not be masked by terrain. Okay. Yeah, I think if we're at deck, if it was line of sight issues, 15.25, masked by terrain. Does it not just mean line of sight then? If a target flight enters a rough or mountain exit deck, okay. Well, we're not at deck. None of our flights are at deck, so that's fine. Right, how do we decide then? Resolve acquisition, roll 2 dice. Yeah, I'm going to have to look for the solo rules here, to find out what flight. It's going to be on play rate curve 5, isn't it? That definitely is. I'm sure of it. Bought SAM activation table. SAM activation check. SAM acquisition, I think. What we got? When there are multiple SAMs attempting acquisition, start with the SAMs that already have flight acquired. Well, remember, we do have multiple SAMs. We've got 2 of them, but none of them are required. Then check SAMs without a flight acquired. Right. Well, both of them don't have flights acquired. In both cases, SAMs with human flights at shortest range roll first. If there are ties, randomly select the SAM. And then, right, so, first of all, yeah, this SAM's further away. This SAM's further away from the flight. In fact, I don't think that's going to even be in range. What is it, 14? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, one short. So he's not even going to be able to acquire. However, this one can, but he's got a choice of 4 flights, right? So I think it's this bit here we want to look. So attempt to acquire the nearest detected enemy flight in acquisition range without acquisition marker. Nearest detected flight in range with 1 acquisition. Right, okay. If no fights in these categories, do not attempt to quit. In all cases, randomly select and multiple enemy fights at same distance. So it is one the nearest, so we might be able to break that down. Well, let me just count. You can count yourself if you want. Right, okay, so these are 13 hexes away from that. These are 12 hexes away from that. So it is between them both, and they are both detected, remember. Yeah, I had to look for that just just to double check. So we're going to randomly choose between Derby and goal, right? So I'm going to say Derby's odd and goal's even. Okay, again, I'll just roll. I'll only start rolling some important rolls because I need to make space to do it. So, right, what did I say? Derby's odd. Right, I've rolled 6 even. So it's going to be goal. So that's going to be the one that we're going to attempt. I think I can just look at the play rate for this, which I had here, yeah. Again, I'll just bring it up here for a quick look. So this is what we're going to try and do. So the target is detected. Oh yeah, we can't we can do it on undetected, but obviously detected is better. And then some modifiers. Target defensive jamming strength. Not applicable with burn through. Right, what have we got? He's targeting goal, and goal is a Harrier GR3, which has what does it have? Has a whole lot of nothing. It's not got any jamming, is it? I think it's in here, yeah, because look at the Jaguar up there. It's got a 2N. So it's a Buccaneer. None of the rest of the flights have got any of that. I think that's where it is. Well, that's the only ones I'm seeing. So I don't think he's got any jamming strength. Okay. And oh damn. Why didn't I not think about that? That was silly. I was thinking the standoff spot jam I wasn't going to do anything. Well, hang on no. We couldn't have spot jammed that. Yeah, but we could have had some standoff jam in here, couldn't we? That's next. I'll just leave it. I do want to be at medium altitude, so I'm going to have to drop at some point. Yeah, okay. Well, we maybe blundered there. So, doesn't apply. Yield tracking. That doesn't apply. Right, there's no modifiers, I don't think. I think if we could have had the standoff, not the spot side of it, but the standoff, I think we could have had that. So target detected. So we're going to roll and get one of these results. It's two dice, so just roll and see what we get. Rolled 7. I'm not sure if that's good or bad. So 7 is between 3 and 10. Well, it's only a partial acquisition. It's quite easy for them to get this result, really. I mean, less than 2 for a no acquisition. So he's getting a partial acquisition. So that is Sam Ward. No, it's SE11 with the F, because you need the specific acquisition marker. So with the F, I'm going to put a partial acquisition on goal. Will I put on top of him? No, I'd rather not. So that's for goal. So he's partially acquired by that AC11 marked with the F, that one there. And let's say the other one's just out of range, so can't quite. To be honest, that's his closest ones as well, but he's not able to reach, so that's that. Right, okay, let's get this bit wrapped up then. Didn't expect it to go on quite this long, but there was a couple of things to do. End of the turn, taking up more time than the actual turn. And the phase, fights roll for raw disorder recovery. Split fights, roll to remove shutdown markers. New Sam launch, radar A, fire marker, zoom climb markers. We've got one of them somewhere. Yeah, it's back here. Take that away. I think that's it. Don't think there's anything else to come off. No. Okay. Move the dice on to turn 2. We're good to go. Right. Right, well, I wanted to get another part in because I'm going to see my mum tomorrow, but I'm going to go on the train and so I'll give me something to watch back on this. Not that an awful lot happened, but I still might see things that I'm blundered with. And maybe I'll also brush up on my SAM and radars rules just to be clear on how we're doing things. I think everything's okay, but you never know. Right, I'll get away for now, and yeah, I should still get another part in before I head back to work. Nothing else happening on another table. There's some sort of things that happened that could put certain spanners into the works, but I won't go into that. So I've not ended up having all the time that I thought I might have had. So anyway, but I'd like to think I might still get one more part before I head back to work on Wednesday. So right, I'll be back when I'm back. Okay, cheers.